let's talk about Greninja from Blockies. Hey the collectors, Hector the Collector here. Happy New Year. And then if you guys don't know what this is, Blockies is a new toy company that's making its way over to the US. Very popular in Asia. I was able to get this from Big Bad Toy Store, and essentially what it is, it's like a model kit, right? Think of it like a SH Figure Arts where you just got to connect the arms, the head, and the legs into the ballpoint joints. That's basically what this is, right? So here we have Greninja, the Water and Dark Pokemon, the fan favorite for a lot of Pokemon fans out there. I do know that he has his Ash Ninja or his Ash Greninja form, but obviously for this video we're going to talk about just Greninja himself. What's left? Well, let's open him, right? Alright, so let's take away the wrapper for this dude. Pretty cool so far. Throw this out. Let's see where the opening is. Opening is going to be right here. And then, ladies and gentlemen, am I holding this backwards? I think I am. Ta-da! Greninja in the flesh. Alright, so what's included in this box is pretty much the instructions. I will have to say that the instructions are in Chinese, but for the most part you can kind of see what you got to do anyways. Okay, so now let's take off the plastic and whoop, bam, there he is. Again, this is just the body, and then these are just the effects for the base, and I think he has a ninja as well. So let's remove these things out of there. Oh, it looks like some of the extra hands kind of fell over here. I don't really see a place where you put them, but obviously there's multiple things out there. Okay, now that I got everything out of the box, here is essentially his full body. Comes with 4 hands, as you guys can see here. 4 sets of hands. This one does seem to be kind of folded, so it's probably for him kind of posing wise. And then also comes with 4 sets of feet as well, which they all kind of seem the same thing. Aside from that, he does come with this tongue / the scarf. Comes with this sticker with the base sets where you can essentially take off the sticker and put it there. And then there's this little, it's kind of like a calling card, I guess, where it just kind of tells you more info. But again, everything is Chinese, so you can't really understand it too much. Comes with 3 water effects. Again, this is all going to go into the base. And then as weapons, he does have a sword, which I'm not too sure what the move is called. But then he has this little ninja star, which I think it's called like the Shoryuken or something like that. But other than that, let's kind of build him real quick. Just like that. There you go. I didn't really hear a snap, but that's probably what's going to happen. Connect the left arm. Connect the right arm. There you go. Let's connect the left foot like this instead. There you go. Right foot. Just like that. And then let's put in the torso back in. Aha, there you go. Okay. All right, so I did just figure this out. Technically, these hands, this is where the Shoryuken goes in. Just like that. And then this one, the one that I was like, I don't know what this hand is for that's grabbing something. It's for the sword. Come on, bruh. I already forgot how I did it, but there's that one. And then this hand, we can also put it over here. Put the hand in there. So now he has a sword. And then for these legs, we can just pretty much give him whatever it is that we want. Doesn't have to be anything selective. Okay. That one seemed to go in way better. So I don't know. Maybe I got some of them wrong. But look at how he's kind of formed though. So it's maybe like he has to be kind of like this. Like on the ground. You know what I mean? But so far pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Literally forgot like the thing that makes Greninja, his tongue. So I'm just putting it back in right now. Just like that. Next up, let's open up the sticker. Again, those pieces just kind of come off. So best thing you got to do is just kind of connect it like this. And for the most part, since there's nothing here, you just want to put it in like that. And try to align the holes in there. And then there we go. There's the big piece right there. You can still move them around. Second piece just right next to it, which is this little thing right there. They are a little bit hard sometimes to put in. You kind of got to push them in, but as you can see, Well, maybe you can see, but they are kind of stuck in there, so pretty cool. And then lastly, the last one over here to the left side, or I guess if you're looking at it this way, then this is the left side, yeah. But for the right side, these are the after effects that they have, or just the effects. All right, so here you have him in the flesh, Greninja. Let's talk about his difficulty building. Again, the fact that he's not necessarily like a model kit, and you only have to plug in some certain stuff, wasn't too crazy, not really hard at all. Probably took me about maybe 2 minutes to fully build him. Again, it kind of sucks a little that the instructions are in Chinese. So some parts I'm like, wait, am I supposed to be doing this or not? Honestly, I think the hardest part that I had with them was probably putting in his feet. It's a little bit hard for me to kind of be like, wait, does this one go here? Or wait, does this go over here? But aside from that, not too difficult. Again, you shouldn't really have too much issues with these, especially if you know kind of how to build some like model kits and all that. It's pretty simple going forward. Now, let's talk about the articulation for Greninja. Again, since it is a model kit, you can move him. Again, I do want to clarify, he's not like the most posable dude, right? It's just the ball joint. For him, his legs, you can't rotate them like all the way, so full 360. They are going to come off at some point, but you can put them back on just like that. So they can't fully, I guess, have the full oh, they do have the full tie swivel and all that. The legs, though, I will say that you can't turn them around. They can only just go up and down, but you can't move them to the sides, which I think that's what the feet are for. But this is as much as you can do for both of them. Again, you can do 360 on them. When it comes to legs and feet, you can only go up and down. So yeah, so torso will be here. This is kind of as much as he can go. He can definitely look down, but not the best. Can you fully... Yeah, you can do a full 360 with them. And then when he comes off, you can just put it back on just like this, just like that. Arms, again, 360, so you can rotate them anywhere you want. You can actually... They do have a good range of motion, so you can pretty much get them all the way up to over here. And then same thing with the other hand. The head, you can do a full 360. Just I'm not gonna try to do just because of the scarf will be here, but pretty cool so far. Again, going up and down, he is kind of blocked from going up and down just due to the scarf that's blocking him. But again, that's what makes Greninja, right? His scarf. Aside from that, his hands, you can't really rotate him as crazy because again, it's not necessarily a ballpoint here. It's just like one of these figures, so you can't really rotate them. But again, these things are not really meant to be fully articulated, but as you can see, they do have a good range themselves. And then again, this is what the stand comes with. And I can't really get him to stand by himself, but then again, that's what this claw right there is for. But aside from that, yeah, that's pretty much it for his articulation. Now let's talk about the price point for Greninja. I did get him for $30, $29.99. A lot of this probably has to do just the fact that they are coming, or I guess they're being imported maybe. So the tariffs are kind of what's kind of making them cost a little bit more than usual. Again, pretty cool. And for $30, you're getting extra sets of hands. I guess multiple effects, and it comes with the little hand, or I guess with the stand. So pretty cool. I feel like it's worth it. Again, when it comes to the release date, it did come out in 2025, but again, it's a little bit hard to kind of specify exactly when it came out because, again, he comes out, or I guess they came out in Asia a little bit earlier than the US, and they're just barely making their way over here. So, but for $30, not too bad. Now let's go over and talk about others in this brand. So this guy did come in a wave of 4. So just to kind of put it this way, he did come out with Charizard, and then it's obviously Greninja, Meowscarada, and then Ceruledge as well. So the thing that I'm really liking about these model kits is that they're not giving us like 10 all in one go. They're like, hey, we're gonna give you 4 here, and then in the next month or 2 we're gonna give you some more, right? I did happen to also get Ceruledge as well, so I did a video on him. So if you're interested in him, go check him out. But yeah, I'm really liking these things. I believe the other wave 2, I think, has Lucario, Scyther, Snorlax, and oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the other one? I think it's actually Cinderace. So there's another wave of those, but again, that's what I'm really liking about them, that like they're making them kind of not too big, and then where we're just able to kind of pose them however we want. So it is really up to you if you want to kind of get some of these. So now the question is, do I recommend these to you? And I don't know. I mean, look for yourself. Do you think that these guys are kind of cool or not? Again, you can pose them however you want. They do have multiple effects. To me personally, I'm going to recommend as a yes. But if you are new to model kits, I will say try to get one out of the 4 and then see from there if you kind of like building it. Again, it sucks a little. It's kind of hard because the instructions don't come in English. But if you just see these two together, like look how cool this. And again, I'm very terrible at posing toys together. But I mean, if I can make something like this, I'm pretty sure you guys can do a good job as well. And then again, multiple effects that come out. They're pretty somewhat posable. Again, I'm kind of just messing around with them. They are a little bit on the smaller side, and that's totally fair. They're about maybe like 4 inches or so. But other than that, still really recommend, like I said, get one of the 4 if you are interested. For me personally, once I'm done with these two, I'm going to get Charizard and Meowscarada. The only thing that does suck is that they are out of stock at the moment. But other than that, really, really liking this, especially if you're a Pokemon fan and a model kit fan. I'd highly recommend these, especially for the price point too. They're not too bad. Again, maybe tariffs are playing a little bit on the upcharge on this, but I mean, look at everything that's kind of coming in, including with them, right? So pretty cool if you ask me. All right, so that's going to be it for this review and slash unboxing. Let me know what you guys thought of him. Again, I think he's pretty cool. I mean, both of them have been really cool so far. I know Charizard and Snorlax are technically a little bit bigger than this, but really, really freaking enjoying these. And then hopefully, you know, I have kind of convinced you to maybe try one out again, right? So for this channel, I'm trying to go pretty hard on it this year, where I'm just gonna do a bunch of content, because I know I've been saying that, but for the most part, if you are new to this channel is basically all about anime stuff. We do model kits from Pokemon now, and then we also do Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, and Dragon Ball as well. I am barely also getting into SH figure arts, still scratching the surface on those. And then we also do some Legos and then some Mega Blocks as well from Pokemon, but then the fact that Lego got the Pokemon license, we'll probably get a lot of some Pokemon stuff this year for Lego. So aside from that, this is what we do in this channel. We're just chill, review, unbox, and just talk about anime, okay? If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and like this video. Let me know if you guys have any feedback on how I can do reviews. Again, that's always something that I'm trying to get better at, where I'm like, okay, maybe stop showing yourself, or maybe get better camera angles and stuff like that. But aside from that, thank you guys for watching. And as always, happy collecting, collectors.